Hello sweet team, welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. I am super excited to be with you all today as I share how to make the authentic Ghana Banku recipe with you. Now this is one of my favorites, so when it's chop time there may be no friends but I don't mind sharing the recipe with you. Let's get started. For this recipe you will need your Banku mix, and I'll leave a link to how I make this in the description box for you to check out. Usually when I make this I bag it up and I keep it in the freezer, and when I'm ready to use it I bring it out, allow it to thaw. Once it's completely thawed, I'll transfer it into my cooking pot, and then I'll rinse out the bag and add the water. Now the ratio that I usually use in making Banku is equal parts. So if I'm using 1 cup of Banku mix, I'll use 1 cup of water. Once you add in the water, you want to mix everything together until you have a nice smooth liquid. The reason why I use 1:1 ratio is that it gives me a nice soft Banku to work with in the beginning. If it is too hard in the beginning, you may be prone to have lumps. I'm then going to go ahead and add in some salt to taste, but I'm not adding everything now since I can't taste it now. I'll then turn the fire on and begin stirring, and this is the consistency that I have right now. It's quite liquidy, but don't worry. Now the secret to lumpless or perfect Banku is the very beginning. At this point you want to stir continuously without stopping, because as you stir you will see that there are lumps that begin to form. These lumps are uncooked as long as you keep stirring. Now if you leave this, the lumps will begin to cook, and once it cooks it'll be harder for you to break. But if your lumps are uncooked, once you begin pressing it to the walls of your pot, it breaks apart very easily, and it makes your Banku making so easy, and you will have either no lumps at all or as little lumps as possible. And as you can see, it has thickened up, so it is time for me to begin pressing it to the side of my pot. But what I like to do is to tilt the pot to the side, because if I don't do that, once you begin pressing it to the side of your pot or the walls of your pot, it'll begin to run out, as you see right here. Do you see that? Yes, and that is what you want to avoid by tilting your pot. I continue the motion of putting my wooden spatula back and pulling it forward and pressing it to the side of my pot until I have a nice smooth lumpless paste. Banku originates from the Ga Adangme tribe of Ghana, and you all know that I am Ga, and this is one of my favorites. This is a sister to our famous Ga Kinki, and as for taste, this is a bit sour but not as sour as Kinki. So as you can see, sibling rivalry going on here. Now that my paste have come together beautifully, it is now time for me to add in some water, which is what actually cooks your Banku. So this part is very important. Ensure that the sides of your pot are always cleaned while making Banku to prevent it from drying out, because if that happens and it mixes in with your Banku, it'll seem like you have lumps. Also clean your wooden spatula, poke holes in your Banku to ensure that the steam will cook right through. The water around our banku have been boiling for about 8 minutes now, and I have been cooking it on medium heat. So it's time for me to come back, stir by pressing it to the side of my pot until everything smoothens up, and then I check if I need to add more water. So you want to taste if it's not done, then you want to add more water to continue cooking, but you want to bear how much water you're adding in mind, because the more water you add, the softer your banku becomes. So add water according to the texture that you're going for. You also want to taste for salt to see if it is just right. Our banku have been cooking for about 12 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and add in some more water because it is not done yet. I'll then go ahead and spin the banku around, which will be easy with the aid of the water. I'll then flip it over because the bottom have been cooking so that the top will get equal cooking time. All right, so you just flip it over just like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and poke some holes in there like earlier so that the steam while boiling will penetrate it beautifully to cook it fast. I usually don't cover my banku, but it actually helps cook it fast. So in this video, I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook for about 6 to 8 minutes on medium low heat, and this is what it looks like. It looks beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over one more time, cover it for an additional 6 or so minutes, and our banku should be done. Alright y'all, let's check on our banku, and it looks good. It looks like it is done, but you wouldn't know that until you taste it. And be sure to check for salt as you do this. So if you have to add salt, you add it, and then you add some water on it before covering your pot. I didn't need any more salt, so it was perfect, and my banku looks so well done. As you can see, it was whiter in the beginning, but now it looks a bit creamy. It is just perfect. Okay, but you can never know if your food is done until you taste it, so ensure that you taste your banku to see if it's done, and it is. So I'm just going to prep my bags. If you're in Ghana, you may use something like this, but if you're not in Ghana, I'll also share what you can use. I'll then prep my banku for scooping by smoothing the top of it up, and using a spoon or a bowl, you can just scoop it out into the bag. Pick up the bag and bring it closed together. Okay, you want to bring everything closed just like this. Twist the banku around, and that is it. You want to make sure that there are no space on the bag to cause your banku to dry out. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process until everything is done. Now, if you don't want to use a bag, you can make little balls out of this and put it in a cooler. It'll work just as well. Also, if you don't have a bag like I'm using right here, do not even sweat it. You can go right ahead and use your plastic wrap to achieve the same goal. Okay, so with the plastic wrap, I line it in a plate and add the banku to it, and in the same way bring the bag up, hold it tucked together just like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and spin the banku around, and I'll have my ball of banku. Once you get out your last scoop, immediately add water to your pot, and that will loosen up anything that's hardened in the pot, and it'll make it easy for you to clean up. Our banku is now ready to serve and enjoy, and you can choose your side like shito, You see this shito with domedo, you know who made it, right? Dr. Ajete. I'll leave the link for you to check out how he makes his special domedo. Or you can serve it with this delicious Nigerian style okra soup that I tried. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up. Thank you. Share and subscribe if you have not done that yet. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. Thank you so much for subscribing. And to the sweet team, I love you all so much. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke onamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.